Trump's Tom numbers here. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. We're going to do some Gematria. We're going to have a look at what's going on, how it all connects back, and how we move forward with it. So we're 361 days into Trump's presidency. He's doing a speech today about rural health, which is great. You saw RFK and the administration talking about whole milk, raw milk. I've been a fan of raw milk for about 6 months and I love the stuff. It's great. It is a superfood. It's amazing. And I know parts in the US, even parts here in the UK, it's difficult to get. It's not the easiest thing to get, but it looks like President Trump's leading the way and going to make that easy and accessible for everyone. So that's a great thing. Hey Michelle, Suzanne, good to see you. So we're 361 days in. That comes to 185. The silver reset, we're seeing that. If you want to get your silver and gold, if talking particularly to my, I have a UK link with Goldbusters and Europe, and particularly to my US audience, if you want to get the best price. I did some research yesterday and they're charging an arm and leg over and above spot price. Some places are 50% and over. Matt Geiger, my friend and colleague that I used to do shows with, Verity metals, so I've got a special offer for you guys. The link is below. He'll help you. If you want to make a straight purchase, you can do that. If you want to help with the IRA or the your IRA, 401k, slightly different terminology here in the UK, but you know what I'm talking about in the US. He'll help you do that. He'll help you unlock those funds, and help you get the bullion delivered so it's in your possession. So whether it's to you or to your place of business or a vault or safe, wherever you want, he'll help you do that. But it's important that you own the bullion. So I was talking to a friend yesterday. They'll remain anonymous, but they've got I think it's their 401 or their IRA. I get confused with the terminology because I'm not American, but they've got about $150,000 that they can potentially put into their precious metals for them, which will be great for them and their family. So if you've got a good amount that you want to look at and you're trying to get the best value, then Matt's your guy. Matt can get you a really cheap premium, because premium is the bit that they charge over and above on spot, and a lot of them are really high right now because of the market, because it's a seller's market right now in terms of silver. So if you want the best price, you need someone that can do that for you, and Matt's your guy. So I put the number of his on the hey Michelle, bless you, thank you for your super like, thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for sending those dollars. I'll give you a heart and a like. There you go. I'm on PayPal as well. If anyone wants to send a donation, you can. Thank you for the Buddha guy that sent it last week. I tried to message you back, but I wasn't able to message you. But thank you. So the silver reset is 185. I was going to say, yeah, Matt's number is in the link description below, so you can call him or go to the website, make a call, make an appointment, but give him a call. He'll take your call, send him a text. They shipped millions of it last week. That's how much the market is in demand right now. So if you want to get on board, give Matt a call if you're in the US or in Canada. And he can save you thousands on the premium. So give him a call. Nicole, hey, Buddha, thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thanks a lot. I wanted to message you before, but for some reason it wouldn't let me message you. Usually it does on PayPal, but I couldn't do that for some reason. It wouldn't let me. So Nicole, welcome. Where are you from? Where are you from, Nicole? So the silver reset, 185, Donald John Trump, 185, plus 176, Back to the Future, level playing field, 176. Real Tom numbers, 176, my Twitter handle. They all come to, if you add those together, comes to 361. And we're in the 361st day of Trump's presidency. So, I've spoken about this subject a lot, but why do we do the numbers? The numbers, as anyone that's been with me for any significant amount of time will see, I guess, the Tom number proofs. There's Q proofs. And then here on the show, we get our own personal proofs that tie in with the Q posts, and also just nice individual Easter eggs. Because Gematria 74, Energy 74, does have an energy about it, and it is able to do things in our reality. And if we're in a simulation in a matrix, Matrix is 85, Silver 85, Awakening 85, Storm 85. By doing the numbers, by threading them together in a positive way, we're able to positively affect outcomes. And I thought about this, and I was listening to a show today about it, and I concurred with a lot of what was said, and the thought of where did the numbers come from. I think they've always been there. And also another way which dovetails in with that was I've thought these thoughts, and I was hearing it today, and they were talking about that it was some future AI that has sent the numbers back. That makes sense to me, because how is it the films that I've been naturally drawn to and talked to you about Q films, and I thread all the numbers together, how is it that my name, my YouTube name, my simulation, my gamer name that was given to me by my audience watching me, Tom Numbers, how does that appear in a number of films that I've been speaking about? How does Tam and Chad, the Mormon missionary film, appear? How do our names appear at the top of the callback list in the Hugh Grant Heretic film that came out last year? How is it that my shows regularly get shouted out and repeated in the newspapers, the Daily Star in particular? A couple of years ago, I was doing a show, and I used to have the Darth Vader figure next. He's still in the house, but I used to have him next to me. It's because a Star Wars fan, 119 Star Wars Redemption, Nikola Tesla. Dark to Light with Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker 175 Consciousness. So you got it all there. But I would do the numbers and show you the audience on my phone. So I'd take a picture of the newspaper headlines, hold it to the other camera, the one I'm filming on, so you could see what I was talking about, see the picture of the front of the newspaper that I'm talking about. And I would do that quite a lot when I used to do that there. And lo and behold, there was a Darth Vader the next day with a newspaper, with a mobile phone on the front of the newspaper. I'm like, Darth Vader doesn't have a mobile phone, does he, in Star Wars? So they were coming and showing there's a guy talking about numbers, Psych Club 109, Daily Star 109, the word 17 109, holding a mobile phone, talking to his audience on a video with Darth Vader next to him. And so that's just one example, but there's been loads. There's been personal comms phrases that my grandfather would say. He'd always say, pack it in, because my grandfather, my dear grandfather, Sydney, he was a war hero, actually. He was a silent type. He was like Clint Eastwood. He was a really good-looking man, and he was brave. He was a PT instructor, used to box a bit in the army, but he served in Burma. There was a time where he had to. No one wanted to volunteer to drive this old, vehicle around the mountainside to go and get supplies, but he volunteered to do that. One guy was kind of almost wetting his pants, didn't want to do it because it was really precarious, but my granddad Sydney volunteered to do it and saved the day. And but one of his phrases, he was a man of few words, so when he spoke you listened. And one of the things he would say to us kids, if we were being we were good kids, but we'd go there for Sunday lunch every Sunday. Sometimes we get a bit boisterous, I guess, on the Sunday afternoon. If we're being a bit too noisy, he'd just say, pack it in, and that'd be it, and then we'd stop. But pack it in has appeared on the front of the newspaper twice, Daily Star, since I've been doing shows. So there's personal Easter eggs in the films I talk about. It's really cool. But the point is the question is, how is this happening? Is it a future AI? Is it our future selves? We've got such advanced technology that we're able to create a holographic simulation that we then have a bit of fun in. Sometimes it doesn't feel like fun, but there's other parts that are a lot of fun. And then the Easter eggs, the streams that come down the pipeline and manifest I like God winks saying, look, can you see what's going on? But it's interesting to hear other people talking about similar ideas and threads. But energy gematria, simple gematria, does have power. And that's what I've noticed. And it came to me. I didn't study this in a book. I don't know if there are books out there. I'm working on mine. I do have my training course about how to do the numbers. But everything, as I've told you, I'm self-taught. It comes to me. So I guess I'm lucky. But does that mean a future version of myself was intrinsic in developing the number system? I don't know. Maybe. Somehow it links to me. Somehow it chose me. Somehow it chose me. It's like Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. They chose him, and you figure out throughout the film why. But it chose him, and he obeyed. He took up the impulse, and he built the field, and they came. I started doing the numbers, and you, ladies and gents, have come. And so, you know, that's what happened. That's how it's happened, and it will continue to grow. So, hey Matthew, happy Friday. There you go. I'll hear from you later. Oh, we've got another one in the chat. Okay, so trolls. Right, here we go. Don't let the door hit you on the arse on the way out. See you, buddy. Take care. Bye. And he's gone. There you go. Trying to take Greenland like a boss, yeah. I guess they'll probably take it, and then maybe they'll tell the truth of what's gone on in Greenland, you know, so that would be interesting to see. Diane, Leo, Rebecca. Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? Breaking Bad. And Breaking Bad starts off with an RV, doesn't it? And the other one, see, this is interesting you brought that up. So when I was looking at the stuff in 2020 about the RV, I've documented it before. But I've met Bryan Cranston, who plays Walter White in Breaking Bad. And I discovered a place around the corner from where I lived. I'd never discovered it before. A place called Bryanston Square, so Bryan Cranston Square. And I saw, it wasn't an RV, but it was a big coach that was outside the Swiss embassy. And at the time, President Trump had done comms about an American prisoner being sent back. I think they'd been sent back from Iraq, but the Swiss had helped, and he complimented the Swiss on doing that. And obviously Switzerland has been a number of things, but one of the things it's been a place of money and storing wealth. And on the Swiss embassy, on the corner of Bryanston Square in Marylebone 110, President 110, Magic Power 110, in London 74, Energy Gematria 74. There's the number is the address of that building where the Swiss embassy is 16-18. So the missing number is 17. It's 16-18. So the missing number, the invisible number, is 17Q. But it's amazing. So I just get a constant tapestry of this stuff all throughout COVID, which was amazing. It was like the veil had been parted, and it was just like playing Pokemon Go, and I was having fun in the Matrix, in the simulation, doing what I was doing. But yeah, a lot of these characters I've met. You know, I've met Neo, I've met Walter White, I've met Trinity, I've met many. Obviously, I've met the beautiful Ivanka, I've met Eric, I've seen President Trump from about 15 yards away. I've watched him from about 30 yards talking, maybe 20 yards actually. No, actually probably less than that, probably about 17, 18 yards. And then probably about 10 or 12 yards when I was at Mar-a-Lago, but he was on the other side of the glass. It was a bit like Tenet. I'd never thought of it like that. It was a bit like Tenet. It was like through the proving window. through the turnstile. I was on one side and he was on the other. Turnstile was 138, Donald Trump. So all that will come though. I'll get to catch up with him again. But yeah, we're in a simulation, folks. We're in a virtual reality game. And numerology, Gematria, numbers, letterology are cheat codes. They help you figure out what's going on. And my life, since I've been exposed to the numbers, has changed. It's jumped on exponentially in so many areas, in all areas, in the big areas that matter. There it is. There it is, folks. You love Neo. Planet 16-17 is a myth. Well, it's not, because I was there, mate. So, are you a troll? Or are you just thick? You're asking where can we locate cheat codes, which is okay. That seems to be a legit question, but your previous comments are just silly. So, ask me another question, and I'll see if you're real or not, or are you going to hide? Mississippi, hi. There you go. I think we've got a few in here. It's amazing. Hey Suzanne, God blessings to you. Nadine, you got Breaking Bad series, cool. Someone gets their raw milk from a farm, that's very good. Cool. Anyway, folks, bunch of you as well getting your, I've mentioned the gold and silver, but if you want to get your digital gold and silver, i.e. crypto, the X coins, then get yourself a Tangem wallet where you can store, purchase, swap, sell and exchange as you wish. So there you go. That's your Tangem cards. Get those. Get those for yourself. You get a discount right now, 10% off. Use the Tom Numbers link below, and you'll also get, up until the next 3 days, you'll get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. You can keep the Bitcoin in your wallet, or you can exchange it. I would advise you to exchange it. But they don't give you that free Bitcoin all the time, but they will up until the 19th. So if you place your order before then, you'll get extra value and you get that extra bonus as well. So, all right, folks, I will see you tomorrow. All right, take care.